Workers' unions will today respond to Eskom's latest wage offer. The SOE has offered workers a 7% wage increase. A deadlock in talks led to wildcat strikes at the utility. That resulted in intensified rolling blackouts. Reporter Heidi Jokos joins us now to give us the latest in terms of how those talks are going. Heidi, I think all of us are hoping that workers will accept this offer, but of course we need to understand if they're saying that it's not enough.
Yes, exactly, Maseko. I think it is D-Day. It's going to be a very important day as to whether or not unions, NUMSA and NUM, will be accepting the 7% wage offer that has been put on the table by Eskom. As much as South Africans are frustrated, workers are frustrated as well, because they feel as though they are deserving of the 10% that they had initially asked for. But now that the 7% has been put on the table, it's going to be interesting to see whether or not this has been accepted. I tried, Maseko, to get it out of Levowani Mamburu from NUM. He said to me that I need to wait until this is communicated to Eskom, but we are joined by NUMSA's Phakamile Majola. Maybe she can give me a straight up answer. Perhaps, thank you for joining us. Perhaps just tell us what is going on at the moment. We know today's D-Day. We know both unions are here discussing. What are you discussing and what happens afterwards?
Good afternoon, or is it still morning? Thank you so much for being here and for having me on your show. So what is happening is that NUMSA and NUM are having a joint National Shop Stewards Council meeting. Basically, Eskom made its proposal on Friday night, as you all know. And between Friday and now, we've actually been engaging in consultation with members. There have been feedback sessions happening where shop stewards are reporting back to plants and different workspaces around Eskom to basically say, this is what Eskom is proposing, do you like it or not? So our session today is where we are going to, first of all, as unions, formally feed back to each other and say, as unions, this is our position. And then from there, we will then meet with Eskom management at around 2 p.m, where we will then say to them whether we accept or reject the offer.
Okay. I'm going to ask it in a different way. Maybe I'll get a different answer. 10% was asked for by unions. Eskom has put 7% on the table. We do know that negotiations have been hectic and they have been intense and they have been robust. We do know that unions have indicated that it's been quite difficult to negotiate with Eskom. The country has been subjected to stage 6 load shedding for some time now, and we're all waiting for this to happen. What is the likelihood of members accepting the 7% given the economic conditions that South Africans face on a daily basis and how tough it is, how expensive the cost of living is at the moment? Is it something that you are willing to accept, or do you feel as though it is just not acceptable 7%?
The fact that we took it back to our members for them to actually come to a decision is already, from the position of the unions, a sign that it is a proposal that we think workers could possibly accept. But we will only really know how they feel about it properly when we engage. In fact, just as I was about to come out to do this interview, both unions are preparing to report back to each other on what the official now position is of the union. So we will really know at 2 p.m. what direction we're headed in.
And when will the country know? After 2 p.m?
After 2 p.m. Stick around.
Okay, thank you so much. I tried to get as much as I could, Maseko, but I think that will do for now. That was NUMSA spokesperson Phakamile Majola just speaking to us about what's currently happening now. Behind me, closed doors, both unions are discussing that deal, and at 2 o'clock they will then meet with Eskom management and tell them whether or not they accept the deal. But it seems as though it might be a positive end to this strike that's been going on, and we do know that Eskom has indicated that because of this they've had to subject the country to stage 6 load shedding. So we'll just have to wait and see, Maseko.
All right, Heidi Jokos with that report. Let's leave it there for now. Quite something. Hopefully they will actually come to an agreement, because of course you and I don't want stage 6, 4 or neither of the stages of load shedding. Let's take you